guys. So I'm running a little bit behind today. I've got the babies doing lunch, and so it's a little bit less cohesive right this second. So I'm gonna move this a little further forward. So excited to visit with you guys. We're gonna have fun. So let me know who's here and where you're joining us from. It'd be so fun to learn more about you guys. So we're going to be chatting all things Galentines Day and Valentine's Day today. I'm going to show you some of my favorite things, traditions, decor, gift ideas, a little bit of everything. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. Interact live. Hey Marge. Hey Tracy. Ooh, we got people from all over. So fun to see where you guys are from. Yeah, please let us know where you're from, and I'd love to say hi to you guys. Like I said, interact live, so hearts, thumbs up, comments, likes, any of that stuff will count. And if you interact live, then you are entered to win an awesome prize from our friends at Glutino. It's going to be so good. Lots of delicious goodies delivered right to your front door if you win. So, hey Jeannie, she says, love the new name. Oh, thank you so much. So yeah, for those of you guys who aren't familiar, we switched from Gluten-Free Frenzy, which we were for 7 years. It's crazy. You guys have been with me, some of you from the very beginning, and seen the birth of all 3 of my babies. It's crazy to think that. So thank you for those of you guys who've been here for that long. And we just rebranded completely to This Vivacious Life. I'm so excited. So yeah, new website, new Facebook, new Twitter, everything. Most of my handles on social media are Chandice Probst, so that's my name. On Pinterest, on Twitter, and on Instagram. That's how you can find me. Yay! I love seeing the hearts and thumbs up, you guys. So that's how you can find me. However, on Facebook, as you can see, it's / This Vivacious Life. And the reason we rebranded is just because we wanted to branch out beyond just gluten-free. I'm still gluten-free. I have celiac disease and I'll always live gluten-free. But there's so much more to me than that. And I wanted to share all of our favorite things with you guys, including parties and traditions and holiday fun, a little of everything. But we'll still have tons of recipes. Probably weekly, actually, or every other week we'll be having delicious gluten-free recipes. And speaking of recipes, we did a recipe for Valentine's this year. They're tiny. If any of you have had a chance to see, they're like little teeny heart-shaped individual savory crab cheesecakes. Yeah, so they were so good. They were rich. They were so decadent in a savory way. We made instead of graham cracker crust, we did crushed gluten-free crackers with lots of butter, of course, and put them inside the molds, and then we filled it with cream cheese and red peppers and a little bit of hot sauce and crab, of course, but you could use lobster or shrimp as well. I guess you could even use shredded chicken if you wanted to, just make sure it's cooked. So they were so good, and we served them at our little vintage Valentine's tea party. So did anybody see that tea party on our website? If you head over to thisvivaciouslife.com, you can see that party as well as our most recent Chocolate Lovers Valentine's party. So what do you guys, I wanted to ask you guys first, well, huge shout out and hello to our friends at Glutino. Thank you so much for your awesome prize donation, you guys. They're giving away an awesome prize to one of you who interacts live. So thumbs up, likes, comments, anything counts, but it does have to be live. And yay, there the hearts come in. And one of you guys are gonna get an awesome package delivered to your front door. So I wanted to ask you guys, what's your favorite Glutino product? Or if you haven't tried Glutino before, what's the product that you'd most like to try? Glutino's here, yay! And they're so, I love seeing the hearts, you guys. Glutino's actually with us on the video today. So they're here and they're willing to answer any questions you guys have if you have about ingredients or like a way to substitute it into a family recipe that you just have to make gluten-free, just anything at all, myself and our friends at Glutino are here to answer your questions. So please be sure to ask. Lisa, hi from Pittsburgh. Hey, my husband's the biggest Steelers fan ever, ever. Die hard. I sent him and his dad to Pittsburgh to a game, and he kissed the field. Yeah, big fan. Lisa says, that sounds so good. We have some crab at home. Yay! Well, and they're so easy too. You guys would be so surprised. They're just easy peasy. And we did mini heart-shaped molds for these cheesecakes, but you can use big heart-shaped molds. You can do one big one and then serve it at your party and serve it with the Glutino crackers on the side to dip, like kind of like a dip. And I even heated it up and served it as a hot dip, and it was so delicious. It was so good, you guys. I mean, hot cream cheese, right? It's good cold or hot. Jeannie says she loves the pretzels. Lisa loves Glutino for chocolate cake mix. Yes, their stuff is so good. And Glutino, I'm pretty sure that the cake mixes are discontinued, but let's see if they'll answer that for us in the comments. I'm pretty sure. But good news, on our website, we've been using their flour to make a cake mix. So I've used their flour to make a cake mix recipe for you guys. So if it's discontinued, you can, and then we use that and we bump it up for different things. Like we did a caramel apple or apple cider cake, which was really good. So you can use it as a base and change it to chocolate or red velvet or whatever you'd like. Tracy says her family loves the pretzels and toaster pastries. Yes, they're so good. The pretzels are great. My kids are actually in the other room eating them right now while they watch a little video. They love them. And I'm the only one in the house who has celiac disease that has to be gluten-free. And so the fact that the rest of my family enjoys their products says a lot. Oh, she says, oh, you guys merge. That sounds good. Yeah, yes, Glutino says, sorry, you are right that it will be discontinued, but the brownie mix is amazing. So true. We've used the brownie mix, and you can actually mold the brownies into little heart shapes too for Valentine's. So fun. So I wanted to give you guys some ideas for Valentine's this year because everybody's probably in need of some fun little ideas, right? So in the comments, I would love to hear who you're spending Valentine's with. So do you have little ones that you're trying to celebrate with? Are you going on a date with your sweetheart? Is it more of a Galentine's Day, girlfriend's day for you? Tell me below because I'd love to share some of my things based on that and specifically talk to you guys. And plus when I see your comments, I can, say Marge or, who and so. It makes it so much more fun to interact. So the first thing, Valentine's is my very favorite holiday. So my poor husband, right? I am a romantic to the core. I love all things cheesy. And so Nicholas Sparks books and movies, yeah, not too cheesy for me. I love them. And my poor husband, one year I made him go on Valentine's. And the whole movie, he was doing a little bit of this. Couldn't believe how cheesy it was. And then, so that was hard enough. And then at the end of the movie, he stood up and he said, well, that's 2 hours of our life we'll never get back. And all the men in the theater in unison just died laughing. They thought it was so funny. On Valentine's, so romantic. So, Marge says, she's spending Valentine's with grandchildren, 7, 4, and 2 months. Okay, so fun. I'm going to tell you a fun thing for that. And then Tracy says, I like to make Valentine's Day special for my 2 daughters who are 9 and 13 and my husband. Oh, I love hearing that. And that's kind of how it is at our house. I like to do a Galentine's Day get-together with girlfriends, usually the week before. I know technically Galentine's Day is February 13th. Have you guys heard of all the rage of that this year? It's everywhere now. And it's from Parks and Rec. Leslie Knope, or Amy Poehler, developed this holiday about how Galentine's Day is way better than Valentine's, and it's the day before. And you go and get brunch and waffles, and anyway, so now it's a huge thing. But the funny thing was, last year, I put together my first Galentine's Day Favorite Things party, and there was no inspiration out there at all because nobody was doing anything Galentine's Day. So I created a Pinterest board, and I did this party, and it was super fun. I kind of just did it from my mind. But then this year, when I go to throw my second annual Galentine's Day party, it's everywhere, tons of stuff everywhere, and I kind of just wanted to be like, hey, where was all this last year? So let's start with the kids. So one of the things I love to do for the kids, this is a tradition that's gone since I was a little girl. My mom's amazing. You guys know her and my dad always made every holiday magical because my grandma did the same for my mom. So one of my very favorite traditions growing up were our heart envelopes. So my mom made this. This is mine since I was like 2 years old. And it's a felt heart with like classic lace around it and my name in bubble paint. And then inside it opens up. And my mom used to put little treats in there, and we'd come down on Valentine's morning and there would be like heart-shaped candies and conversation hearts, and then usually something small like a new little red or pink shirt to wear to school that day, or a single flower, or just super fun. And it's so easy to make. I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek that this is actually something that I'm gonna start selling as a kit, either a DIY for yourself where it comes everything ready for you to make it, or already done custom with your, you know, family's names. So that will be added to our shop. Our shop's being built right now and it should be live next week. So anyways, everyone's loving the idea for this, and Lisa says, or no, Sharice says, love your jacket. Oh, thank you so much. My dad actually got this for me and he got a matching one for Lucy. I know, I about died. I'm like, we need to get our pictures taken with these little pink pleather jackets. Tracy says, my 9-year-old is learning to sew. I think I found our new project this weekend. So cute. Yay! Oh, Tracy, I'm so happy. Honestly, this has been, like I said, with me since I was probably 2 or 3 years old when my mom made it, and I've kept it all these years. And so you'll see the difference between me and my mom here. I decided to make them for my husband and my kids, except let's just see the gigantic difference in our projects, okay? This is as far as I got. I did not put the lace on yet because, yeah, I'm not a huge DIY girl. I enjoy it and I love it, but what happens is I get started on a project and I have so much fun for a little while, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go do this, or I gotta go do that. So this year I'm gonna put the lace on and we're finally gonna get them finished. But I even made one for my hubby and it's so fun. I just stick a little note in there just for him and some little candies, and what guy doesn't like chocolate, right? So that's one of the traditions we've done since I was a little girl and I love it. Another one that I have incorporated with my kids is a Valentine's breakfast. So I picked up these, oh, it's dirty. I picked up these awesome heart placemats, and you can really get anything that you want, but I picked up these placemats, I think from Target. They're awesome. And then I usually get different plates for my kids. They're always like $1 in the dollar spot at Target. So this year we did little hedgehogs and kitty cats. So they're just little heart-shaped plastic. They're so fun. The kids love them. And then I usually do heart-shaped pancakes, gluten-free pancakes. We usually throw chocolate chips in because those are our favorite. And maybe like I have a mold that you can put the egg in, and it puts your egg in a heart shape. So just a little heart breakfast, nothing big, even if you sprinkle chocolate chips on regular pancakes or make chocolate chip muffins. But that's something the kids absolutely love. They come out and the table's got, this is from past years, we've done these ones too. They come out and their Valentine breakfast is waiting for them, and then their little heart is waiting for them as well with their treats inside. The kids love it, and it just starts their day off right. And one of the things, I know a lot of people think Valentine's is totally a greeting card holiday, but the truth is it's not, and that's why I love it so much, is because my parents made it special for me. Like I told you, my mom always did this kind of thing, same thing, red heart-shaped pancakes and then our little hearts. But my dad even did stuff. I'd come home from school, even when I was like 16, I remember coming home and there was a rose for me in my room, or like little heart-shaped notes on my wall that just told me the things that my mom and dad loved about me. And I just, you know what, I just thought it was so great, and so it resonated with me, and I just want my kids to grow up knowing that this is a holiday to just tell the people you love them. I mean, you do all year long anyway, but it's okay to make it a little extra special one day a year. No pressure, but just to have fun in your own little way. As a teenage girl, that was super I guess I don't know the word, but it meant a lot to me to have my dad either have a flower for me at the office in the school or at home when I got home. I just thought that was really sweet, and it taught me, you know, just that this is how you should be treated. My dad was a great example to me of the kind of person that I wanted to marry one day, and I totally got that in Josh. He's great. He usually does lilies, which are my favorite, but he doesn't go big. I mean, it's like a $12 arrangement from our grocery store, and he just takes them out and puts them in a vase. Just super simple. No $80 arrangements needed here. Just something a little extra. April says we do heart-shaped chocolate chip pancakes. I like to put a Valentine's in their lunchbox too. Yes, I love that. They have some really cute ideas for lunchbox Valentine's jokes, and you can print them off on the computer on Pinterest and then put them in, and the kids think that's pretty funny, especially the boys. Exactly what she teaches her girls, says Tracy, that Valentine's Day is a day to show the people around that you love them, that it's not about having a significant other. That's so true. And especially for teenage girls, I think that's very important, that they feel so much love always, but especially on Valentine's when maybe there's pressure to have a boyfriend or whatever at 14. We don't want that. That it's not about, okay, she wrote that. Marge says loved and appreciated. Sarah says my mother-in-law does a Valentine's Day phantom like an Easter bunny, and I love the idea of combining that with your hearts. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah. That's a fun idea. Well, and that's been a big thing that we've had to, my husband doesn't like having different creatures for every single holiday, like leprechaun and Valentine's, Cupid, and all that stuff. So this last year, we just reminded our boys that for our Valentines, that this was something that we did for them because we wanted them to know that we love them. And we kind of told them the history of Cupid and all of that, but that these special things were from us, from mom and dad, because we love you guys. And so growing up, my love language, this probably doesn't surprise you, is verbal affirmations. And so it was something that always growing up, every birthday or Christmas or Valentine's, I always got a letter or little notes, because words mean so much to me. So even now, my husband knows that on Valentine's, I don't care what else you get. Don't worry about anything big. In fact, we usually don't even do gifts. Like I said, he'll usually do lilies, and I'll maybe get him a little card, or, you know, I got him a keychain once because we love Big Bang Theory, and it had 3 pennies and on the keychain, and then on the pennies it said knock, knock, knock. So if anyone watches Big Bang Theory, knock, knock, penny, knock, knock, penny. So anyways, he thought that was fun, and it was like a $7 little thing, but that was sentimental between us. But I do like a letter, and that's something that I always request on Valentine's. Please write me a letter. So if you have someone in your life who, think about their love language, and I highly suggest the year that my parents did those hearts for me, the heart attack around my room, for my brother, I think they said they gave us each 3 things. So they did the words, and then they did a little gift, and then they sat and just cuddled us and hugged us and stuff. And then they asked us later which was our favorite part, and me, my brother, and sister were all 3 different because our love language is different. It was pretty funny. My parents said it was a fun little experiment for them. Laura says, we do a Valentine's dinner at our house, and all our girls feel special. They each get a carnation, box of chocolates, and card. I love that. I love that. I think it's so great, and this goes along with loving throughout the year. One of the things that both my dads, I grew up in divorced family, and I have 4 great parents, and they would come check me out of school just to go to lunch or to go shopping or whatever. And those special daddy-daughter dates were so important to me, and we try to do that now with our kids. And then my mom and I would have girls' days too. So just going the extra mile with your kids, especially to tell them you love them, means a lot. A few weeks ago, I was grumpy one morning and just rushing and being, not as sweet as I should have been with my son. And so later that day, I took him a note and left it in the office, and I just told him I was sorry and I'd work harder on not being so impatient in the morning when he's trying to get off to school. And he came home that day and he said, Mom, that really, really meant a lot to me. And it was, it's not like I do that every day. That was a one-time thing, but it was just something that I felt like he didn't need to go the rest of the day feeling crummy, that I was grumpy for no reason. April says, yes, I found that each of my 3 boys appreciate different things when it comes to gifts and special occasions. They really do, because everyone has different love language. Tracy says, now that my girls are older, I'm going to encourage my daughters to help fill our hearts that we make with special notes and candy. I plan to hang hearts on the door. Yay, you guys, I love this. It's so fun to hear what you guys do. And I just think it's awesome. I know I saw at this bookstore that someone had written the book, Valentine's Stocking, and it comes with the little heart. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was like a split emotion for me. I was so excited that this person had done that and shared her tradition that was very similar to mine. But I was like, oh, that was our tradition. I wanted to share that. But you know what? It's so fun because so many people have the tradition and it's great. As long as it gets out there, that's all that matters. So, I was going to tell you guys some of the other fun things we do around our house. A couple weeks before Valentine's, I put out some special Valentine's decor. Again, Target, super easy. And I want you to know that I buy like one thing a year. I didn't just go buy a ton of stuff all at once because it's expensive and yeah. But these pillows are like, I don't know, $14, $15. This is my favorite new one and all my friends were like, I love it. It's a heart-shaped, big furry Valentine pillow. And again, it's from Target. So just putting those little things around the house, and I matched it with like a pink pillow that I can then keep out all the rest of the year because I love blush pink. Just kind of make your house feel like, oh, it's almost Valentine's. And I got this one from the dollar spot in Target, $3. And it sits right here on my, if you guys can see, my vintage pink chair, which I totally got for free from an estate sale, from yard sale. Vintage, I love vintage. And so anyways, just little pops of like Valentine's is really fun to have in the house. And I like I said, just pick up one or two things a year. I had to get these at Home Goods. They remind me of my mom because she used to have these in our house when I was a little girl. Aren't they the cutest? They're little love mice. And the girl is a little bit bigger than the guy, and they remind me of Julia Childs and her cute hubby because I love them, of course. And so anyways, just little things like that. They sit on I have that gold bar cart, and every holiday, obviously not like St. Patrick's Day and stuff because I have one little thing for St. Patrick's Day. But I try to change up my bar cart. And so on our website, you'll see that. There's a whole blog post about easy Valentine's decor, and I show you how to do that. Almost everything was from the Target dollar spot, and then a couple little pieces like that. And I just change up the bar cart, and it just brings a little bit of more, a little bit of joy around the fun holidays. She says, I have a pink furry pillow too. Lisa, oh fun. They're so cool, huh? I like them. Okay, so those were some of the things that we like to do for Valentine's. Now, when it comes to food for your sweetheart or for your little ones, are most of you gluten-free? I'd love to hear in the comments who I'm speaking to. If you are gluten-free, if you have people who are, or if you're just here and you're not gluten-free. April says, my rough and tumble boys love crafting, so we'll be cutting out hearts for garland. Yay, I love that! And that little garland will be something you can pass along through the years that will be so special to them. Tracy says, last year my daughters and I gathered branches from the ground and put them in a vase. We filled the vase with candy, conversation hearts, and then glued glittery hearts. The branch is so cute and such a cheap DIY Valentine's decor. I love it. Love it, love it. Everybody here is pretty much gluten-free. Wow, awesome. Okay, good. So as far as you guys are going to love our post on Monday. Monday, I have rounded up my favorite Valentine recipes from all my favorite bloggers. We're talking Meaningful Eats, Sarah Bakes Gluten-Free, Michelle, My Gluten-Free Kitchen, Flippin' Delicious, all those girls. And we have all the recipes for Valentine's in one blog post. Yay! So red velvet donuts, chocolate souffle, but also savory dishes like an instant pot beef burgundy, a purple potato gnocchi, so many good recipes, you guys. And so that will be on Monday, so be sure to check back on Monday for that. And also so yep, more gluten-free, lots, okay. And so right now we have a bunch of recipes, some recipes on the blog for Valentine's as well. My red velvet Valentine cookies, they're ooey gooey and so delicious, you guys, and they're so easy. So easy, they're actually made from a cake mix, so super easy, just search red velvet. And then also we have our crab little cheesecakes, the savory crab cheesecakes, and a dairy-free, we did an entirely dairy-free chocolate lovers party, you guys. Yeah, all dairy-free. And we have a recipe in that party for chocolate-covered strawberry heart cakes. And they're so good. and they're dairy-free and gluten-free and top 8 allergen-free. So for those of you guys who need it, that's a fun one. And the party's just super easy and just shows you how to put something together like that for your family. So those were some of the things I was going to suggest for food. When it comes to dinner, do something you wouldn't normally do. Bring out the candles. Light the candles. Even for the kids, they love it. And do something a little bit more out of your comfort zone. A beef burgundy or a homemade pasta, which might be hard gluten-free, huh? I have yet to try a homemade gluten-free pasta, so if any of you have a recipe, put it below and I will share it. April says, I love all those bloggers, yay! It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun recipe roundups, and that's on Monday. And then actually tomorrow, so we've kind of talked a little bit about Valentines, so let's chat about Galentines. Who is ready for Galentines this year? It's going to be so fun. So this is just a night of getting your girlfriends together. This year I did heart-shaped gluten-free waffles for everyone with buttermilk syrup, strawberries, and homemade whipped cream. I kept it very simple. I just wanted them to come and enjoy just a very, very simple meal, and in the company with their favorite gals. And then we played that game where you like put it up and you try to guess. They give you hints and you try to guess what it was. It was seriously so funny to watch these girls like moo like a cow and do all these different things for clues. It was really funny. So if anyone's played that game, I also bought the mouth game. Has anyone played that? I've heard it's pretty funny, where you stick the thing and you try to say something. Speak out, I think is what it was. I suggest a really fun interactive game on Galentines. If you do a Galentines get together, it gets everyone just having fun and relaxing. Simple eats. I usually try to do some sort of mocktail. This time I just did a very simple milk because we were having waffles, and then I put these cute little heart-shaped or heart-printed straws in the glass. So it's just something, again, $1.98 on clearance somewhere, and it just bumps up the decor. They said they played it at Christmas. It's hilarious. Yeah, I heard it's so funny. So and when you're having a girls get together, always do something fun. If it's going to be a craft, we've done that before. We've played bunco, but games are always really fun because people just let loose and have a good time. So, but you could also do a craft, like she was saying, bring a bunch of branches and your favorite vase, and I'll have all the conversation hearts, and everyone can make their own and cut them out. That's a great thing to do as girlfriends because you sit and visit while you craft. So, for Valentine's Day, I always like to have a little something for my friends when they arrive. Girls, I seriously don't work, or guys, whoever's joining us, I don't work for Target, so just so you know when I say this. But again, Target dollar spot. These were like $3, and they're these canvas totes, and I just had them waiting for all the girls. I asked each girl to bring 2 of their favorite things, $5 value each, and 3 of each. So they brought 6 $5 items, but 3 of one, 3 of another. Then they went home with 6 completely different items from favorite things from all the other girls, and it was so fun. We had blender bottles, we had like hair oil, we had lotion. I did pink glass pitchers for like pouring, and just so many things. It's fun to see what your friends come up with. So the favorite things party is great. The favorite things party that Jenny Cookies always does at Christmas gave me the idea, but I knew that I needed to do it Valentine's because it's my favorite holiday. April says, I love the Galentine Ideas. Isn't it fun? I think all girls want to get together with their girlfriends around that time. It's just, you know, everyone wear their pink and red and just have fun and chat. So that's one thing. I just had the tote waiting for them so they could put their items inside. And again, they were like $3 each, so very affordable. And then, speaking of your Galentines, maybe you don't want to host it at your house. Totally fine. Just tell your girlfriends to meet you on February 13th at 10 a.m. at your favorite waffle place that does gluten-free and pancakes and waffles. I know it's hard to find. I don't know if you guys have suggestions for people in your area. That'd be great. We have a couple places in town who do a really good job and do it separately and have their own waffle iron or have their own grill for that and everything. So if you can find those places, that's a great way to spend Galentine's Day too, outside of the house, and just make it fun. One of the last things I wanted to show you guys is I love everything classic, and like I said, vintage and all of that. So for me this year, I wanted to do with my boys for their Valentines for the classroom, I wanted to get back to basics. And so do you guys remember back in the day when we'd make Valentines using doilies, like paper doilies? And you'd lay, I've got some others, the little heart-shaped ones that go over top, and you'd lay them, oh, here they are. Lay them over top of the red one, and then you'd write a little note. Do you guys remember that? Yeah? No? So for me, I wanted to get away from the box cards, which we still have some because my boys are like, those are so cool. And I'm like, let's just make Valentines this year. And it's simple. Again, these were like $1 and it comes with like 24. And I just thought that would be so fun and so different than the classic just little card that they're going to get at school. Plus, the great news is that then you get to spend that time making these Valentines with them, because honestly now you don't even get to make Valentines with your kids anymore because you just go buy them out of the box. Again, totally fine. Honestly, for the past years and years, that's what we've done because my boys want them, and it's just been easier when I've been pregnant or have babies or whatever. Life gets ahead of you, but super easy and like $1, super cheap for a pack of 24. And this is just a fun way to get back to basics for Valentine's and to have a little fun with your kids. I forgot about those. April says everything today is prepackaged candy to hand out. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And she says, Tracy says, we're giving gummy bears and saying berry Valentines. Cute! I love that. I know there's so many fun ideas out there. Lots and lots of great ideas. I love using like Glutino crackers or not crackers, the cookies, and doing like I'm sweet for you and putting it in a little bag tied with, you know, this little mini cellophane bags. I'm sweet for you, or thanks for being my sweet Valentine. You could also use their animal crackers and your love makes me roar. You know, just like there's tons of things like that on Pinterest, and you literally just print them off, cut them, and attach them to your bag, but then your treats are gluten-free. So that's really fun. But yeah, like I said, we're just getting back to basics with stuff, and I hope that all of you guys have the best Valentine's Day and Galentines Day ever. Our whole Galentines Day party with all the details and pictures and everything will go live tomorrow, so be sure to check back for that. And right now on the website are our Vintage Valentine's Tea Party and the Chocolate Lovers Party, so be sure to check those out. If you haven't interacted yet, but you've been here visiting, hurry and do your hearts and thumbs up or comments, because I want you to have a chance to win this awesome prize from Glutino. And yeah, if any of you guys have about that, be sure to add them below, and we'll make sure that everyone sees them. And you guys are the best. I hope you have a great Valentine's Day. Again, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all your support over the years. It was a really scary and time-consuming thing to change the blog from Gluten-Free Frenzy to this Vivacious life, but I want you to know I'm still Chandice. I'm still making gluten-free goodies and food, and we're going to still share it like crazy. And yeah, so, but there will just be more to share, lots more fun things. So I would really love, something I would love, if you guys wouldn't mind, if you could include in the comments below some stuff that interests you that you'd really like to see on the new website. That would mean the world to me. Consider it your gift to me for Valentine's, and my gift back to you will be to produce that for you. So if you guys would include a little note below of what you love and want to see more of on this Vivacious life, it would mean more to me than you ever know. So thank you guys so much for joining. Everyone says happy Valentine's, Galentines, wishing you the best. Thank you guys so much. Lisa, thank you. I know, like I said, some of you guys have been here for 7 years, and you are like family, and I hope that you continue with us on this journey, and hope you know how much you mean to me. I'm so thankful for you guys and continuing to be here for the journey. So thank you guys so much. Happy Valentines and Galentines, and everybody have a great day. Bye. Thanks, Glutino.